Hi dears, welcome back. In the previous class, we learned about the movement of the ocean called waves. Today we will learn about the second movements of seawater, that is tides. Let's study about the tides. Tides are the periodic rise and fall of water level in the ocean. The rise in the level of ocean water is known as high tide, and the lowering of the water level is known as low tide. Let's see about the reasons for the tide formation. Tides are formed as a result of the gravitational pull exerted by the moon and the sun along with the centrifugal force due to the earth's rotation. Let's see the tides formed by the gravitational pull by moon. As a result of the gravitational pull by moon, two kinds of tides are formed, high tide and low tide. Let's examine this picture. The water level on the part of the earth facing the moon rises. The rise in water level due to the gravitational pull exerted by the moon leads to high tide. The water level at the opposite side also has risen. The centrifugal force due to the Earth's rotation is the reason for the rise in water level here. The water level goes down at places located 90 degrees away from the places of tidal influence. This is due to the draining of water towards the tidal regions. The phenomena of fall of water level is known as low tide. Let's see about the tides formed by the gravitational pull by sun. The moon is smaller than the sun. The moon's attraction is more powerful than the sun. Since it is closer to the earth, two kinds of tides are formed here called spring tide and neap tide. Let's see about the spring tide. The sun, moon and earth come in a straight line on full moon days and new moon days. The tidal force will be intense due to the combined influence of sun and moon. As a result, the tides formed on these days will be stronger. These are known as spring tides. Next one, neap tides. The moon and the sun will be at an angular distance of 90 degrees from the earth after 7 days from the full moon and new moon days. As the sun and the moon attract the earth from an angular distance of 90 degrees, the tides gets weak. These weak tides are known as neap tides. Let's see about the effects of tides. First one, the debris or broken pieces of rock or soil on the seashores and ports are washed off to the deep sea. Next one, the formation of deltas is disrupted due to strong tides. Next one, brackish water or saline water can be collected in salt pans during high tides. Next one, the fishermen make use of the tides for going and returning from the sea. Next one, tidal energy can be used for power generation. And last one, ships can be brought to shallow harbors during high tides. Let's study about ocean currents. What is ocean currents? Ocean currents are the continuous flow of seawater from one direction to another. Ocean currents are classified into warm currents and cold currents. Let's learn about warm currents in detail. Warm currents are the currents that flow from the tropical or subtropical regions towards the polar or subpolar regions. It means that ocean currents flows away from the equatorial region on the western side of the ocean basins. Let's see about cold currents. Cold currents are the currents that flows from the polar or subpolar regions towards the tropical or subtropical regions. It means that ocean currents flows towards the equator on the eastern side of the ocean basin. Okay students, let's summarize the class. Today we learned about tides and different types of tides called neap tides and spring tides. Along with it, we learned about the effects of tides. Then we learned about ocean currents and two types of ocean currents called warm currents and cold currents. Hope you all understood these topics. Meet in the next class with the continuation of the chapter. Thank you.